Coming up next, how much do you think athletes' superstitions affect their game?
If I do have a good game, I don't say it's because of the socks, but I like to think that the socks helped it.
Is there some truth to it, or is it all just mental?
Plus, an inside look at the life of the winningest couple in college volleyball.
Not all days are great days, but she makes every day for those around her a great day.
And an athlete who has played every level of baseball imaginable in order to chase his MLB dreams.
Finish strong, or you can die happy knowing you gave it everything.
And the game starts right now. Hello, I'm Morgan McMenamin.
And I'm Jurevicius. Welcome to In the Game. This is a show full of in-depth stories.
We use sports as a lens to take a look at real issues by telling real stories with real impact. And we start with a major league dream.
Let's send it to Jacob Petrarca and Isabella Sposato, who join us now with more.
This is Spencer Bivens. He's had a wild ride. What if I told you he was kicked off his hometown college baseball team?
9 years later, he found himself in the major leagues, and his journey made the wait worth it.
Welcome to a game between State College Area High School and Chambersburg. Both teams roster 22 players. That's 44 in total. Statistically, none of these players are going to make the major leagues, but one player did. This is his story.
This is Spencer Bivens. He's 6'4", listed at 220 pounds. This is Spencer Bivens striking out Shohei Ohtani twice. Bivens is a relief pitcher for the San Francisco Giants organization. He's someone who has made his mark at the highest level of baseball. But you would not believe his path to the pros.
I'm Isabella Sposato. Let's get started.
Spencer Bivens was born in Virginia Beach, Virginia. He eventually moved to State College, Pennsylvania, where he pitched for State College Area High School.
But the big-time college programs weren't fighting over this guy.
After graduating, Bivens went to Lewisburg Junior College in North Carolina and pitched for 2 years, transferring to Penn State ahead of the 2015 season.
Then I was practicing and I got cut. I failed a drug test, but that is what it is. And
I was at work. He called me and he said, "Mom, I got kicked off the team." So I came home. He was at home. It was awful because he was shattered. He was devastated. He was crying. He was just punched in the gut, and it was his dream, and it was shattered.
I 2 years pretty much as a student, kind of had not forgotten about baseball, but had to accept that it wasn't going to happen at Penn State, and that was tough. But I enjoyed my time at Penn State. I love Penn State. I'm a Penn State alum. I always will always love Penn State.
Oh, we're just getting started.
Bivens had to leave Division I baseball behind and transfer to a Division II school. He played at Rogers State University in Oklahoma for 2 seasons.
After going undrafted in 2018, Spencer found himself in France?
He spent 1 season pitching in France's top baseball league. He signed with the Kolarska Praha of the Czech Republic, but never made it overseas thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic. He then wound up back in the American Independent League circuit, pitching for the Steel City Slammin' Sammies, Washington Wild Things, West Virginia Power, Gastonia Honey Hunters, and most notably, the Lamont Ducks, where he met Adam Michaelesco.
He was always grinding. So it was always that respect factor. You knew he was gonna make it. I never had a doubt, just because seeing talent and then trying to understand it, you knew right away he was gonna make it.
I told myself this might be it, but we're gonna go all in. And whatever happens next year happens, but you can finish strong, or you can die happy knowing you gave it everything. So when I got a call from the Giants, it was nice to know a team finally was recognizing the fact that I could play at that level. I guess that moment it was wow, I could actually somebody realized that I'm good at baseball.
And I pull out my phone and I see Spencer has tried to call me like 6 times. And he's going, pick up your phone, Mom. So I called him and I said, what's up? And he just totally burst into tears and said, the Giants just bought my contract. I'm like, what? And he said, the Giants just called. And I was thrilled, I was stunned, I was ready to jump and shriek.
On May 25th, 2022, Spencer signed a contract with the San Francisco Giants. In a short period of time, he quickly climbed the professional baseball ladder, proving himself as a reliable strikeout pitcher at every level. In 2022, he split time between Single-A San Jose and Triple-A Sacramento. He continued his rise in 2023, beginning in High-A Eugene before earning a promotion to Double-A Richmond. By 2024, he opened the season in Triple-A Sacramento and was recognized as the Pacific Coast League Pitcher of the Month for May.
I'm Jacob Petrarca, and I'll take you the rest of the way. It's time to get personal. When he was 14, a doctor diagnosed Bivens with type 1 diabetes. Diabetes is a condition where the body doesn't make enough insulin. Insulin regulates sugar, so it must be injected into the body regularly, something Spencer has to deal with every day.
My mom's boyfriend at the time was type 1 diabetic, which is like really a weird coincidence. And he was noticing some of the symptoms in me. Yeah, I went to the hospital in Danville, and they diagnosed me.
Because we had gotten to know Dave and lived with his dealing with diabetes, it wasn't that scary. I mean, it was scary, but it could have been a really frightening diagnosis. And a good friend of mine is a diabetes educator and a nurse practitioner. She happened to be in the ER on the day that Spencer was diagnosed. She's rarely there. And so that was not a coincidence, in my opinion. That was a sign that, we were in good hands.
Now, back to baseball.
You're looking at Spencer Bivens.
Spencer got the call-up from the Giants on June 16th, 2024. At the age of 29, Spencer Bivens made his MLB debut.
He got him. Ball gets away, and the first hitter he faces in the big leagues,
he pitched 3 innings, striking out 4 batters and giving up 1 run, earning the win against the Los Angeles Angels. Now that's a memory for Bivens, family, friends, and mom.
So anyway, I'm sitting there and I saw him loping out to the mound when they put him in for the 2nd inning. It was pretty wild. And I'm looking at Spencer down on the mound, and then he's all over the big screen, and then they've got TV cameras everywhere, and I got the camera guy in my face. I've never experienced anything like it. But as a mom, to see my son do what he's wanted to do and dreamed of doing, and to see him realize that was beyond words.
You root for the people who are respectful, and are cool, someone who has a good personality. Like, I've definitely seen the other end of it where people were cocky and then they made it and no one was really rooting for them. So Spencer was always a humble kid at heart since I've known him. And so when he went that route, I knew the personality was there.
Well, he's determined, dedicated, and kind. He's thoughtful. He's a good guy, and I'm really proud of the young man he's become.
Bivens will now have a chance to earn a longer contract and keep his spot in the majors. Bivens' journey to make it big in baseball is pretty special. He made it through junior college, D2 baseball, independent league baseball, and overseas, and made his dreams come true in the majors. He's had a long, windy road with plenty of stops along the way. And no, he's not reached his destination just yet.
Here is a more complete look at every team Spencer Bivens has played for starting in college. It's quite the list. After high school, he went to Lewisburg Junior College in North Carolina and played Division II ball at Rogers State in Oklahoma.
Then we have a stint in independent baseball. He played for 6 different independent league teams until 2022. Then he got his first taste of affiliated minor league baseball in the San Francisco Giants organization. Played for 8 different teams in 2022, including fall ball. Back in AAA in 2024 before making his major league debut for the Giants later that season.
Ahead of the 2026 season, Bivens was sent down back to AAA Sacramento despite a strong spring training. He will have a chance to be back in a major league bullpen.
His story is one of grit, determination, and perseverance. For In the Game, I'm Jacob Petrarca.
And I'm Isabella Sposato.
Very unique routine when he steps into the batter's box. Tightens his glove up, wristbands, there's the feet, then a little two-step.
Look at this scene. That's former Boston Red Sox shortstop Nomar Garciaparra. He finished his career as a 6-time All-Star and is a Boston Red Sox Hall of Famer.
During every single at-bat, he would tighten his batting gloves and tap his toes in between every pitch, before stepping back into the batter's box. He's become one of baseball's most recognizable names because of his play, but also because of his superstitious routine at the plate. That's just one example. Sometimes it's a pregame meal. Sometimes it's something you wear. Maybe it's a routine that you do every single game.
Athletes will pretty much do anything to get an advantage. Superstitions are a part of sports, and you'll see them on every field, court, or pitch. But do superstitions work? Let's send it to Kiara D'Amato and Gia Sabatino with more.
Let's start with the question. Can your socks, or your haircut, or your underwear change any outcome in a game?
We took a trip to a small college in Altoona, Pennsylvania to see these superstitions come to life, and we found that it's not that simple.
Come with us to a college baseball game. This is Penn State Altoona, and for most people here, this is just a game. But for some players, every little detail matters. What they eat, what they wear, even how they step on the field. Meet Chris Mull.
My superstition is whenever I'm playing or anything, I have to wear ankle socks. It started when I was a junior in high school. I forgot my regular pair of socks, so we had a game right after school. So I have to wear my ankle socks, and I ended up hitting my first high school home run. I pitched well, so ever since then I've been always on the ankle socks crew. I wear them everywhere. I have holes in all of my socks because of it. My mom hates it, but it works out great because, you know, I played great that game, so I can't go against it.
He does the same thing before every game. The same drink, the same routine, the same superstitions. And he believes it helps him win. But here's the question. Does any of this actually work? Superstitions are everywhere in sports.
So I've only been here for a couple months as a freshman, so you're kind of learning them as it goes. But this past weekend we had our first away game, so one of the seniors always likes to eat trolley gummy worms before anything. Some guys actually do wear the same socks, or like don't switch up their cleats, or like if they don't do good, they like flip up their batting gloves. But I know that one of my teammates does bring a big bag of trolley gummy worms, and before every game, he's munching on them. Between at-bats, he's munching on them.
From professional athletes to college players to fans in the stands. Baseball players might tap the plate the same way every time, and basketball players might wear the same lucky gear. Some athletes even refuse to change anything during a winning streak.
The idea is simple. If something worked once, do it again. Sports are unpredictable. So why do so many people believe that they can control the outcome?
Some of the biggest names in sports have their own superstitions. Michael Jordan wore his University of North Carolina shorts underneath his NBA uniform every single game. He believed they brought him luck. And with 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, and a perfect 6-for-6 record in the finals, his legacy is often tied to consistency under pressure. Tiger Woods always wears red on Sundays, a color he says represents power and confidence on the final day of a tournament. And and with 15 major championships and 82 PGA Tour wins, he remains one of the most decorated golfers in history. For these athletes, it's not just a habit, it's part of their mental routine, a way to create comfort, control, and consistency in high-pressure moments.
My mom thought that being born a Capricorn, that red was my power color. And so in some of the junior golf events in SoCal, I would wear red, and I won. Okay, so in spite, I wore blue at other tournaments. In spite, I didn't win, and so I then switched to red, and I had a lot more success wearing red. So I then saved it for, okay, Mom, I'll make you deal with you, that I'll wear red on big events. Right. On the last round of big events, because I can't wear it every single day. Of course. At Southern Cal Junior Golf, they're playing every day. All the time. So I can't do it. I'll wear it on the last day of big events. She said, fine, just wear it the last day. And I did.
It's not just players. Fans do it too. Sitting in the same seat, wearing the same jersey, refusing to move during a big moment. Some people won't even watch because they think they'll jinx it. But whether you're on the field or in the stands, it all comes from the same place, the need to feel in control. Back here at the game, Mole is getting ready. He drinks the same drink before every game.
This started a while ago, like long before the Sox. I drink a little Sunny D before games. A little Sunny D has a little sugar in it, kind of gets me locked in, gets me going, something to taste before a game. And my mom always had them. She always bought them for breakfast and stuff like that. And so when we were traveling doing summer ball, I'd always just be like, I need something quick for the ride, so I'd always just snag one, and then that kind of became, like I said, a habit, a routine. You know, they're delicious. They're not the best for you, but they're also not the worst, so it also helps out.
He warms up the same way.
I'm not really like a hard rap guy. I feel like a lot of people like to listen to rap before games. I kind of don't do that. I'm more of like a slow country guy. So I'll listen to Sam Barber or Dylan Gossett or like Zach Bryan.
He follows the same steps every time. For him, this isn't just a habit. It's a part of how he prepares, part of how he plays.
Becoming best friends with Chris, I noticed it in the fall that he always wore ankle socks, but he's my away team roommate for when we stay in hotels, so I get to see it even closer now, but he puts on ankle socks every morning and then he drinks a Sunny D in the hotel before we leave.
So why do athletes do this? According to psychologists like B.F. Skinner, humans are wired to repeat behaviors when we think they're connected to a good outcome. Sports psychologists say it's not really about luck, it's about control.
I keep doing it because it's like a comfortability thing. I feel natural and I get, my nerves go away before the game. Honestly, I don't think it works as in like a luck type of thing. I mean, like I said, it really just helps me calm my nerves, helps me settle into the game and not worry about anything else.
I'm Kiara D'Amato. Let's get back to the story. In a game where so much is unpredictable, the weather, the opponent, one bad bounce, superstitions give athletes something they can control. So if a player hits a home run wearing a certain pair of socks, that brain connection is made. Do it again and again and again. Other experts like Albert Bandura focus on confidence. When athletes believe something helps them, it actually boosts their self-belief, lowers their anxiety, and helps them focus. So it's not that the superstition is changing the game, it's changing the mindset. And in high-pressure moments, that can make all the difference. So, do superstitions actually work?
I think it's just a comfort thing. You know, I always have good games, I have bad games wearing them, so I wouldn't say that it works. I definitely feel a lot more comfortable when I'm wearing them, and like if I do have a good game, I don't say it's because of the socks, but I like to think that the socks helped it. So I wouldn't 100% put it on the socks at all, but I think when I get in the box and I know that I'm wearing them, I feel a lot more comfortable.
Mole is back in the dugout. Tonight, he doesn't get the chance to step up to the plate, but even before the game, something was different. The Sunny D he's had since high school, gone.
So my new one, I got creamery strawberry milk. So they don't have Sunny D at our dining hall, so I kind of had to improvise, and I love strawberry milk. I always have. It was like a clear choice, something good. I had it one day, I pitched, I threw well, so I was like, you know what, this could be the new thing. So I've been trying it out since, and yeah, it's great. I think it's really about trial and error. You know, when you have to adjust, you have to switch up something, you can't be afraid. For me at least, I can't be afraid to do that because the whole thing with superstitions is that like you want to keep it the same for something that happens. So I guess when it's not available, like my Sunny D, just kind of being able to switch, being able to do something new, try it out, and you know, if it works, then that's the new thing. So I mean, just can't be afraid to like really fail because you don't have a Sunny D. So the strawberry milk, grabbed it, it worked. You know, I wasn't afraid to switch it up.
A new team, a new level.
And like a lot of athletes, his routine is changing too. But on the field, the game doesn't change. Hits, home runs, big moments, and just like always, there are no guarantees. By the end of the game, Penn State Altoona comes out with the win. The dugout is loud, the crowd is celebrating, and on the field, the moment speaks for themselves. Routine or no routine, the result is never certain. So maybe it's not about the Sunny D, or the strawberry milk, or the socks. Maybe it's about what those things do for the player. The comfort, the confidence, the feeling that you're ready, because in a game full of unknown, sometimes that's all you can control.
Chris Mull's career is young. He has 3 more years left of college baseball.
And we're sure he will be taking his ankle socks along for the rest of the ride. For In the Game, I'm Kiara D'Amato.
And I'm Gia Sabatino.
It wasn't a date.
Yeah, it just happened, and it was just from there, it just kind of...
Started spending more time together.
Yes.
Wasn't planned.
They didn't know it yet, but their story was just beginning.
It started off as a mutual love for their sport and turned into one of the greatest love stories in college volleyball.
We finish with our final story now. Pennsylvania is home to 2 of volleyball's most successful college coaches. They don't just live in the same state
or the same town, but the same home. Here's the story of college volleyball's power couple. Welcome to volleyball country. This is a gym in central Pennsylvania with just less than 7,000 fans and a whole lot of history. Penn State men's and women's volleyball has combined for 10 national championships. The men took home titles in 1994 and in 2008. It was the first time a school outside of California won it all, thanks in part to this man. They call him Pav. Meet Mark Pavlik. He has the best winning record out of any current head coach in D1 men's volleyball. But he's not the only coach in Central PA, making headlines, taking home titles, and winning it all. What if I told you that Pav isn't the winningest coach in the area, let alone his own house? Let's meet Pennsylvania volleyball's power couple. This is Juniata College, a Division III liberal arts college located in sleepy Huntington, Pennsylvania. In Juniata College, women's volleyball is tough. Home to 3 straight national championships in 2022, 23, and 24, and a head coach who is their 4th best winning record across all NCAA divisions. And her name is Heather Pavlik. Husband and wife, coach and coach, and between the 2 of them, you have a household with more than 1,100 wins. Mark Pavlik has been the head coach of Penn State men's volleyball for 35 years. In that time, he has led the team to 25 NCAA tournament appearances. He has coached 34 players to 69 All-American awards, and he is the winningest active head coach in the country.
Pav likes the guy who's going to come in and make an impact, not necessarily on the volleyball court, but as a person to the program. So he likes the guys that come in and do their part academically, as a citizen, as a Penn State community kid. And he wants these guys to come in, make a difference, and go about their careers in life.
Mark Pavlik grew up in Derry, Pennsylvania, where his dream started.
I think I grew to love the sport and knew that there was more of it than just high school as I became better at it.
Pav came to Penn State as a setter under Coach Tom Tate for what he said felt like 15 minutes. From there, he started coaching club volleyball, and then after that, his coaching career was on. He then became the assistant coach at Juniata College, where he met Heather.
The very first day that she walked into the gym for preseason, Larry had told me, Larry Bach, the head coach, told me, he says, yeah, our new setter, she's a little different. Afro, purple afro.
Yeah. Now, be nice. It was curly, but it wasn't. It was purple. It was purple.
It was purple.
It was purple.
Heather Blau grew up in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. She played at Juniata College and dominated. The 3-time first-team All-American was inducted into the Juniata College Hall of Fame and named to the All-Century team for Division III.
After her playing career, she knew she wanted to stay in the sport. She became an assistant coach for Juniata College and then head coach in 2011. Since then, she has won Coach of the Year 9 times, has had 14 tournament appearances, and won 3 national championships, and had a 103-game win streak.
I'm very consistent, and I know it's not exciting to hear that. People don't want to talk about consistency because it's kind of boring. It's not a sexy topic, right? I'm really consistent. I think I'm the same person every day when I walk into the gym. I think I've learned that over time that they deserve that. They deserve for me to be the same person every day.
I'm Morgan McMenamin. Let's get back to the story. You learn plenty about your partner if you've been married as long as Mark and Heather.
Yeah, I married my husband, who is a great coach in his own right and who is calm, collected, pretty introspective, very analytical. And so I think I picked up some things from him as well. I think I was very, very blessed to have the kind of people around me who shaped me through all of my formative years.
Being 2 of the most accomplished coaches in NCAA volleyball, you might expect their household to be a constant battleground.
We're really boring, quite honestly. I think we sit, watch a show together, or maybe we make some food together. Maybe we read books. We both love to read, so we do a lot of reading. But we're super boring when we're not at work. We are truly. We'll sit on the back porch and do nothing. We'll just sit there,
Put on some music, read.
But we're not very exciting. We keep it kind of chill around here.
When we get the opportunity to get away, it's probably to a beach where we do the same thing, only with an ocean in the
That's
background.
right. We sit and read books with an ocean in the background and do a ton of snorkeling.
But when the competition is on, it's not about who has more wins or who has more titles. It's the little things. Who wins game night or picks the restaurant. Despite their success, they say they don't bring practice or their ego into the house. Instead, they bring understanding. Schedules get hectic, especially balancing parenting and coaching. Jackson Pavlik is their only son.
We understood each other's schedule because that's what we do. And it wasn't anything that really made us say, well, why aren't you here or why aren't you there? It's the way it is.
I think we also anticipated a little bit, right? When Jack was younger, we knew when the season gets stressful for our coach because we'd lived it ourselves. And so I think we probably took a lot of weight off the other one in the moments where they needed it.
Before the wins, the championships, and the broken records, there was just volleyball, and 2 people who found love for the game. But their story didn't take off right away. Life and volleyball took them in different directions. Mark took the head coaching job at Penn State in 1995, Heather's last year of playing at Juniata College. At the end of her final season, it was customary for the coaches to take the seniors out to dinner. As fate had it, the other coaches couldn't make it, so Mark and Heather caught up in downtown State College, one-on-one.
It wasn't a date.
Yeah, it just happened, and it was just from there, just kind of...
Started spending more time together.
Yes.
It wasn't planned.
No.
Just kind of happened.
After that, not a date, first date, they started building a relationship.
When you are in the gym with people, you see them at their best and their worst. And if you can handle that, boy, that's a big jump in a relationship to start with because most people don't have that.
And while volleyball brought them together, it's not what defines them. They are just Mark and Heather in life. Partners, support systems, and each other's biggest fans.
We figured out a little while ago that the average year we have 6 or 7 weekends in common that neither of us have volleyball, and that's it. Some of them are holidays.
With long hours, travel, recruiting, and the emotional toll of coaching, they make it work. Not by separating volleyball in their daily lives, but by doing it all together.
Opposite seasons actually made it work. I don't know how we would have done it. We were in the same season, 45 minutes apart at different schools. That would have been rough. But we managed. And you know, we gave up some things too to make it work. I think we both kind of had to bend a little bit, figure some things out with our teams that made it work for us to be parents along with making sure that we could take care of our team.
But with all the chaos of year-round coaching, the struggle is almost over. This year marks final season coaching college volleyball. After 43 years of coaching, he's retiring in May. It's an unknown world ahead.
It's what I do, it's not who I am.
Finally, he'll have time to do absolutely nothing. But Heather's not done quite yet. Winning championships are addicting, and she's got way more time to chase a couple more rings.
No, I'm just so proud of what she does. I'm so proud that she enjoys what she's doing, and maybe even more proud of the fact that in this profession, not all days are great days, but she makes every day for those around her a great day.
They've lived a life with so much success in the sport they love. The sun sets soon, and when the volleyball magic melts away, they will always have each other.
This past Saturday, Pavlik secured his 716th win as head coach at Penn State, leaving Rec Hall for the final time with a win in the EIVA championship against Princeton.
It was the team's 38th tournament title, and now they look forward to the start of the NCAA tournament on Friday against UC Irvine.
Thank you for joining us. To watch these stories and more, go to bellisariostudentmedia.psu.edu.
That's it for now. We'll catch you next time.